People were already staring before the phone came out. The small restaurant in Lekki was quiet. The kind of quiet that made every sound loud. Plates clinked. A spoon dropped. Then a phone camera clicked on. Amara froze. She was holding a tray with 2 plates of rice and chicken. Her apron was clean, her hair neatly packed, her face calm. But inside, her heart jumped. She knew that laugh. It was sharp, mocking, too familiar. Look at this, a male voice said, loud enough for nearby tables to hear. Is this not Amara Williams? The phone moved closer to her face. From big dreams to serving food. Some customers turned. A woman gasped softly. Another whispered. Amara slowly raised her eyes. Daniel, her ex-boyfriend. He stood there smiling, phone pointed straight at her, enjoying every second. His shirt was expensive. His wristwatch shined under the restaurant lights. Daniel, please, Amara said quietly. Do not do this. He laughed. Why not? He replied. People should see how life really ends. The phone zoomed in on her apron, on her hands, on her face. Then a deep male voice came from behind Daniel. Why is everyone standing? Daniel turned, still recording. That was when a tall man in a dark suit walked into the restaurant, his presence heavy, calm, and commanding. He looked straight at Amara, smiled, and said, Babe, I have been looking for you. The whole place went silent. Daniel's phone shook, and Amara's world tilted. Earlier that year, Amara did not imagine this would be her life. She grew up in Ibadan, the only daughter of a retired school teacher. Her father taught her to read early. Her mother taught her to stand straight and speak clearly. They did not have much money, but they had peace. Amara dreamed of working in an office with glass windows. She loved numbers and neat files. She believed in hard work. Daniel entered her life during her final year in school. He was charming, always smiling, always promising. I will take care of you, he used to say. Just believe in me. When Amara could not find a job after graduation, Daniel's words changed. You are too slow, he said one evening. Other girls are doing better. She swallowed her pain and kept trying. When her father fell sick, everything broke at once. Hospital bills rose. Savings disappeared. Daniel stopped calling. Then one day, he sent a short message. I think we should take a break. I need someone more serious. That was how he left. No discussion, no goodbye. Amara cried for days, then wiped her face and stood up. She moved to Lagos with a distant aunt. She searched for work everywhere. Offices asked for experience she did not have. Some men asked for things she would never give. When the restaurant job came, she accepted it. It was honest work. She wore her apron with pride. She paid her bills. She sent small money home. She healed quietly. Daniel did not know any of this. To him, Amara was a story he wanted to laugh at. That afternoon, he walked into the restaurant with 2 friends. The moment he saw her, his eyes lit up. This is perfect, he whispered, pulling out his phone. He waited until she came closer. That was when he started recording. See your life, he said. You rejected advice. Now look. Amara felt heat rise to her face, but she kept her voice calm. Daniel, you are disturbing customers. That is my right, he replied. This is a free country. People stared. Phones came out. Shame pressed on her chest like a heavy stone. Then the door opened again. The man who walked in did not rush. He moved like someone who owned time. His shoes were clean. His suit fit perfectly. His eyes were sharp but kind. The restaurant manager rushed forward. Good afternoon, sir. The man nodded, then looked past everyone. At Amara. She felt her breath catch. She knew that voice, but it did not make sense. He walked closer, ignoring Daniel completely. It's Amara, he said gently. I said I would come. Daniel turned fully now. Who is this? He asked, confused but still filming. The man finally looked at him. His gaze was calm but strong. I am speaking to my partner, he said. Please move. Daniel scoffed. Partner? He laughed. Do you know who this girl is? She is a waitress. The man smiled. Yes, he said, and she is also the woman I love. Her gasps filled the room. Daniel's smile faded. Who are you? Daniel asked, his voice tight. The man adjusted his cufflinks. My name is Victor Hale, he replied, and you should turn that camera off. Daniel's phone dropped slightly. Victor Hale. The name hit the air like thunder. The billionaire everyone in Lagos talked about. Amara's hands trembled. Daniel swallowed hard. Victor stepped closer to Amara and held her tray for her. Have you eaten? He asked softly. Before she could answer, Daniel raised the phone again, fear mixing with anger. This is not over, Daniel said. I will post this everywhere. Victor turned slowly and smiled, a smile that did not reach his eyes. Go ahead, he said calmly. Let us see what happens next. The room held its breath, and Daniel realized too late that he might have recorded the wrong moment. Daniel's hand shook as he held the phone. For the first time since he walked into the restaurant, he was no longer smiling. Victor Hale stood calmly beside Amara, one hand resting lightly on the counter, the other adjusting his watch. He did not raise his voice. He did not insult Daniel. Yet the air around him felt heavy, like something big had entered the room. Record, Victor repeated, his tone steady. You said you want to show people the truth. Go on. Daniel laughed nervously. You think I'm scared of you? He said, trying to sound confident. People like you always pretend. This is Lagos. Anyone can wear a suit. Victor did not reply. Instead, the restaurant manager hurried over, bowing slightly. Sir, please, the manager said to Victor. Do you want your usual table? The word usual landed hard. Daniel's eyes widened. Victor nodded once. Yes, but first my partner here is being disturbed. The manager turned sharply to Daniel. Sir, please stop recording, he said. You are causing trouble. Daniel scoffed. So now you are defending her because of him? Amara finally spoke. Daniel, enough, she said softly. Please leave. Her voice was calm, but inside she felt a storm of emotions. Fear, confusion, and a strange warmth she did not expect. Daniel looked at her, really looked at her. You planned this? He said. You wanted to embarrass me. Amara shook her head. I did not even know he was coming. Victor glanced at her briefly, surprised by her words, but he said nothing. Daniel turned back to Victor. You say she is your partner. Since when? Victor paused, as if choosing his words carefully. Long enough, he answered. That answer cut deep. Daniel's chest rose and fell. You think money changes everything? He asked bitterly. This girl used to beg me to stay. The room went quiet. Amara felt tears sting her eyes, but she refused to let them fall. Victor's face hardened. You should be careful with your words, he said. Daniel stepped closer, ignoring the warning. Let me tell you something, Daniel said loudly, making sure everyone could hear. This Amara you are protecting. She was nothing when I met her. I helped her. I guided her. Victor leaned in slightly. And where did that guidance lead her? He asked. To you leaving her when she needed support? Daniel opened his mouth, then closed it. Victor straightened. Real men do not mock people at their lowest, he continued. They protect them. Daniel laughed again, but it sounded forced. You are acting like her hero. Ask her who she ran to when life was hard. Victor turned to Amara. For a moment, all eyes followed his. Amara felt her throat tighten. She remembered the night she cried alone, the calls that went unanswered, the shame she carried quietly. She met Victor's eyes. I ran to myself, she said, because I had no one. Something passed through Victor's face, respect, sadness, and something deeper. Daniel's fingers tightened around his phone. This is all fake, he said. You're ashamed of where you work, so you hired him. A few people murmured. Amara took a slow breath. I am not ashamed, she said. This job feeds me. Victor smiled slightly. That is why I admire her, he said. She works with dignity. Daniel snapped. Then why hide her? He shouted. If she means so much, why is she serving food? Victor's smile faded. That, he said, is not your concern. Daniel lifted the phone again. I will post this, he said. Let the world judge. Victor nodded. Post it, he said calmly. But remember, once something goes out, it cannot be taken back. Daniel hesitated. Something in Victor's voice made him uneasy. Before Daniel could speak again, another man entered the restaurant in a hurry. He wore a sharp suit and looked around quickly. Sir, the man said to Victor, lowering his voice. The board meeting has been moved forward. Victor's eyes narrowed. Now? He asked. Yes, the man replied. And the press is already asking questions. Daniel's head snapped up. Press? He repeated. Victor sighed softly. Amara, he said, turning to her. We need to leave. Amara froze. Leave? Together? In front of everyone? Daniel laughed loudly. So it is true, he said. You are running away. Victor did not respond. He gently took Amara's hand. The touch was firm, reassuring. Trust me, he said quietly. Amara looked at the faces around her, curious, shocked, judging. Then she looked at Daniel, and she walked with Victor toward the door. Daniel rushed after them. This is not finished, he shouted. I will expose everything. Victor stopped at the doorway. He turned back slowly. You already have, he said. Just not the way you planned. Daniel stood frozen. Outside, a black car waited. The door opened. Victor held it for Amara. As she stepped inside, she heard Daniel shout her name one last time. The car door closed. And as the engine started, Amara realized she had just stepped into a life she did not fully understand yet. And the car moved smoothly through the streets of Lekki. Amara sat stiffly, her hands folded on her lap. The leather seat felt too soft, too clean. The quiet inside the car was louder than the noise in the restaurant. Victor sat beside her, calm and thoughtful. His driver kept his eyes on the road. Amara finally spoke. Why did you do that? She asked. Victor turned to her. Do what? Call me your partner, she said. Hold my hand. Bring your name into my trouble. Victor did not answer immediately. The car stopped at a traffic light. He looked ahead, then back at her. Because Daniel crossed a line, he said. And because I did not want you to stand alone. Amara frowned. That does not explain everything. Victor smiled faintly. You are right. She waited. He took a slow breath. I came to that restaurant because I wanted to see you, he said. Not to rescue you, not to create a scene. Amara's heart skipped. See me? She repeated. Why? Victor leaned back slightly. Do you remember the charity office in Yaba? He asked. Amara blinked. She searched her memory. Yes, she said slowly. I volunteered there once, during my job search. Victor nodded. That was where I met you. Amara's eyes widened. You were there? Yes, he said. You helped an old woman fill out a form. You did not know she was my aunt. Amara gasped softly. That woman, she said. She could not read well. Victor smiled fully now. You stayed with her for over an hour, he continued. You did not rush. You did not complain. When you thought no one was watching. Amara looked away, embarrassed. I was just helping, she said. That is exactly why I noticed you, Victor replied. She shook her head slightly. But you disappeared, she said. You never asked for my number. Victor's smile faded. I wanted to, he said. But life moved fast, and then I heard your name again. Amara turned sharply. You heard my name? Yes, Victor said. From someone who tried to mock you. Her chest tightened. Daniel, she whispered. Victor nodded once. He mentioned you at a business dinner, Victor said. He laughed about how his ex was serving tables. Amara felt a sting. So you came to confirm? She asked. No, Victor said firmly. I came to apologize. She stared at him. For what? For letting anyone speak about you that way without knowing your story, he said. The car turned into a quieter state. Tall gates opened smoothly. Amara's mouth fell open. Where are we? She asked. Victor hesitated. My home, he said. Amara's body tensed. Your home? She repeated. Victor, I cannot. You are not staying, he interrupted gently. Just coming in. I need to explain something. The car stopped. A security guard opened the door respectfully. Amara stepped out slowly, her legs weak. The house before her was large but simple in design. Clean lines, soft lights. Calm. Inside, the air smelled fresh. Victor led her into the sitting room. Sit, he said. She did. He walked to the window, hands behind his back. Daniel's video, Victor said quietly. It is already spreading. Amara's heart dropped. So he posted it, she said. Yes, Victor replied. But not everything. She looked up. What do you mean? He cut the part where I arrived, Victor said. He only showed you serving and him laughing. Amara's hands trembled. People will mock me, she whispered. Victor turned to her. People always talk, he said. But this time, they will not have the full story. She looked confused. What are you planning to do? She asked. Victor walked closer. I want you to decide, he said. I will not force anything. Decide what? Whether you want to stay invisible, he said, or let the truth speak. Amara swallowed. The truth about what? She asked. Victor's phone buzzed. He glanced at the screen. Then his face changed. Serious. What is it? Amara asked, nervous. Victor looked at her. Daniel's not done, he said. Amara felt cold. What else can he do? She asked. He just sent a message to the press, Victor said, claiming you used him, then moved on to richer men. Amara stood up. That is a lie, she said, her voice shaking. I know, Victor replied. She paced the room. He left me, she said. He walked away when my father was sick. Victor watched her carefully. That part, he said. Do you want the world to hear it? Amara stopped. She had never spoken about that pain out loud. She looked at Victor. What will it cost? She asked quietly. Victor did not answer immediately. Everything changes once truth is public, he said. You will not be just a waitress anymore. She laughed bitterly. Is that supposed to scare me? No, he said softly. It is supposed to prepare you. His phone buzzed again. This time he answered. Yes, he said. I am with her. Pause. No, he said firmly. Do not release anything yet. Another pause. Because she has not agreed. He ended the call. Amara's heart pounded. "What was that?" she asked. Victor looked at her with steady eyes. "The media," he said, "waiting to know if you are ready to speak." Amara felt the weight of the moment press down on her. Outside, a car horn sounded in the distance. Inside, silence stretched. She thought of her parents, of the restaurant, of Daniel's phone, of the world watching. She took a deep breath. "Victor," she said slowly, "if I say yes?" He met her gaze. "Yes." "Will you still stand beside me when it gets ugly?" Victor did not hesitate. "Yes." Amara nodded. "Then I need time," she said. Victor's phone buzzed one more time. He checked it and frowned. "What now?" Amara asked. Victor's jaw tightened. "Daniel's outside the gate," he said, "and with someone you will not expect." Amara's heart jumped. "Who?" she asked. Victor looked toward the window. "Your aunt?" he said. Amara's breath caught. "My aunt!" she repeated. "Which one?" Victor did not answer immediately. He walked to the window and looked outside again. His face stayed calm, but his eyes sharpened. "Your Aunt Ruth," he said. "The one you stayed with when you first came to Lagos." Amara's knees felt weak. "She would never come here," she whispered. "She does not like trouble." Victor turned to her. "She is here," he said gently. "And she is with Daniel." Amara sank back onto the chair. Her mind raced. Aunt Ruth was the woman who welcomed her with a smile and later reminded her every day that she was a burden. The woman who complained about food, light bills and space. The woman who told neighbors that Amara was lazy. "Why would she come with him?" Amara asked. Victor's voice was low. "Because Daniel knows where to hit." Outside the gate, Daniel stood tall, his phone no longer raised. Beside him was Aunt Ruth, her wrapper neatly tied, her handbag pressed to her side. She looked around the estate with wide eyes, trying to hide her excitement. Daniel leaned toward her and whispered something. She nodded quickly. The security guards waited, unsure. Victor picked up his phone and made a short call. "Do not let them in yet," he said. "I will come out." He ended the call and turned to Amara. "You do not have to face them," he said. "I can send them away." Amara stood up slowly. "No," she said. "I need to hear why she is here." Victor studied her face. "Are you sure?" he asked. She nodded. "Yes." They walked toward the entrance together. As the gate opened, Daniel's face brightened. "There she is," he said loudly, "hiding behind rich people." Aunt Ruth rushed forward. "Amara!" she exclaimed. "Is this how you behave? Leaving work and causing drama?" Amara stared at her. "You came here with him," Amara said quietly. "Why?" Aunt Ruth adjusted her bag. "He came to me," she said. "He told me you are living a double life." Daniel smiled. "She deserves to know the truth," he added. Amara clenched her fists. "What truth?" she asked. "That you used this man to escape your shame," Daniel replied. "That you lied about being poor." Aunt Ruth gasped. "Is it true?" she asked Amara. "Are you pretending?" Victor stepped forward. "That is enough," he said calmly. Aunt Ruth looked at him closely for the first time. "And you are?" she asked. Victor met her gaze. "I am Victor Hale," he said, "and Amara is under my protection." Aunt Ruth's eyes widened. She quickly smiled. "Oh," she said, "so you are the one." Daniel's smile returned. "Yes," he said, "the man she upgraded to." Amara felt heat rise in her chest. "I did not upgrade to anyone," she said. "You left me." Daniel scoffed. "You always say that." Victor turned to Daniel. "You came here to provoke," Victor said. "What do you want?" Daniel folded his arms. I want her to admit the truth, he said, that she was ashamed of this job, that she wanted better men. Amara looked at Aunt Ruth. And you? She asked. What do you want? Aunt Ruth hesitated. Then she sighed. I want peace, she said, but also respect. People are calling me because of that video. Amara laughed softly. So you came to add to my pain, she said. Aunt Ruth frowned. You are ungrateful, she snapped. I gave you a roof. Amara nodded. Yes, she said. And I paid with my silence. Daniel lifted his phone again. Say it louder, he said. People need to hear. Victor raised his hand. No more recording, he said firmly. Daniel smirked. You cannot stop me. Victor turned to the guards. Take his phone, he said. Daniel stepped back. You dare? Before anyone moved, Aunt Ruth grabbed Daniel's arm. Wait, she whispered urgently. Let us talk first. Victor paused. Talk, he said. Aunt Ruth faced Amara. Daniel says he can help you, she said. If you apologize publicly, if you admit you were wrong. Amara stared at her. Help me how? She asked. Daniel smiled. I can take the video down, he said, and say we misunderstood each other. Amara shook her head slowly. And what do you want in return? She asked. Daniel's smile widened. You leave him, he said, pointing at Victor, and come back to me. Silence fell. Victor did not move. He did not speak. All eyes turned to Amara. Her heart pounded. She looked at Daniel, at her aunt, at Victor. She took a step forward. No, she said clearly. Daniel's face hardened. Then I will destroy your name, he said. Victor finally spoke. If you try, he said calmly, you will destroy your own. Daniel laughed. You think you can scare me? Victor reached into his jacket. Amara's breath caught. Victor pulled out a slim folder and handed it to the security guard. Call the press, Victor said, and invite the board. Daniel's laughter stopped. What is that? He asked. Victor looked at him. Proof, he said, of who really uses people. Daniel's face went pale. Aunt Ruth stepped back slowly. Daniel, she whispered, what did you do? Daniel swallowed hard. Amara felt her chest tighten. Victor, she said softly. What proof? Victor turned to her. The reason Daniel panicked when he heard my name, he said. Daniel shouted, Do not open that file. The security guard reached for the folder, and at that moment, Amara realized the story was about to turn in a way she never imagined. The folder felt heavier than it looked. The security guard held it tight, waiting for Victor's next word. Daniel's face had lost all color. Victor, Amara said quietly, her voice shaking. Please tell me what is inside. Victor looked at her for a long moment. Before I do, he said, I need you to remember something. Amara swallowed. What? No matter what comes out today, Victor said calmly. You did nothing wrong. Daniel laughed suddenly, loud and sharp. Listen to him, Daniel said. He is trying to scare you. There is nothing inside that file. Victor did not respond. Instead, he nodded at the security guard. Open it, he said. The guard opened the folder. Inside were printed documents, photographs, and bank statements. The guard's eyes widened. Daniel took a step back. Close it, he shouted. You have no right. Victor's voice remained steady. These are records, he said, of money taken from 3 women you dated after Amara. Promises made, investments collected, and businesses that never existed. Aunt Ruth gasped loudly. Daniel? She said, clutching her chest. Is this true? Daniel shook his head quickly. They are lying, he said. He created those papers. Victor raised his phone. These came from your own email, he said, and your bank. Daniel's legs weakened. Amara felt dizzy. "You did this?" she asked Daniel. "To other women?" Daniel avoided her eyes. "They wanted help," he muttered. "I only collected small money." Victor stepped forward. "Small money?" he asked. "One of them sold her mother's land." Silence fell hard. Aunt Ruth staggered back. "Oh my God!" she whispered. Daniel snapped. "Enough!" he shouted. "So what if I did? This has nothing to do with her." Victor turned sharply. "It has everything to do with her," he said, "because you tried to destroy her name to hide your own." Amara's heart raced. "So the video," she said slowly, "was not about me." Daniel looked at her then. His eyes were wild. "It was about control," he said. "You moved on. I could not accept that." Victor lifted his hand. "Call the media," he said to the guard. "Now!" Daniel rushed forward. "Please!" he begged suddenly. "Victor, let us talk privately." Victor did not even look at him. "No," he said. "You chose public shame. You will face public truth." Aunt Ruth fell to her knees. "Amara," she cried. "Forgive me. I did not know." Amara looked at her aunt. For a moment she felt nothing. Then she spoke. "I forgive you," she said, "but I will not protect lies anymore." Sirens sounded faintly in the distance. Daniel turned pale. "You called the police?" he whispered. Victor nodded once. "For fraud," he said, "and harassment." Daniel laughed weakly. "You think this ends me?" he said. "I will come back." Victor leaned closer. "No," he said quietly. "You will answer questions first." Nah, the police car stopped outside the gate. Officers stepped out. Phones were already recording from outside the estate. The press had arrived. Amara felt her legs tremble. Victor turned to her. "This is the moment," he said. "Do you want to speak, or do you want to walk away?" Amara looked at the cameras, at Daniel being handcuffed, at her aunt crying, at the life she worked hard to survive. She took a deep breath. "I will speak," she said. Victor nodded. As the cameras turned toward her, a reporter shouted, "Miss Amara, are you really Victor Hale's partner?" Amara opened her mouth to answer, but before she could speak, Victor's phone rang again. He looked at the screen. His face changed. "Who is it?" Amara asked softly. Victor's voice dropped. "The board," he said. "They just discovered something." Her heart skipped. "About Daniel?" she asked. "No," Victor replied slowly. "About you." The cameras moved closer. The police paused. The world held its breath. And Amara realized the truth about her life was far bigger than anyone there imagined. Thank you for listening. What is your view about this story? Let us know in the comment section. Kindly like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.